Asato ma satgamaya, tamaso ma jyotirgamaya, mrityurma amritam gamaya. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Jai Guru. Welcome, dear devotees, dear champion Maharajas. You are really Maharaja. Once I remember, I was wearing an orange colored robe. I used to wear it for almost quite a few years. And we had gone down to a big group of about 42 of us into a temple. And there was a huge queue. And we were walking, and just the power of the orange would grow. The Maharaj is there. They all came out of the mandir and came and welcomed us and went and made special arrangement for us to sit down, for us to do worship. And it was amazing, the power of this, the orange ochre robe, the color of the renunciation. And this renunciation is the one which once, in the words of Swami Sarvapriyananda, he is talking about that when he was just about a few months old as a monk, and he was in Deoghar in his training period, and one day the head monk, who was the president of the ashram, Ramakrishna Mission, called all the monks and asked them, why have you become a monk? And many people said, I wanted to lead a real, regal life, detached life. I wanted to help the community. I wanted to realize who I am. I wanted to get to know that by which I can renounce the world. I can become one with God. And it was always what I can get. And the Maharaj at that time, at the words of Sarvapriyananda, he says, he gently looked at everybody and he said, every one of you have come here to get something. He's addressing to the monks. Hasn't anybody come here to give something? Sarvapriyananda muses and reflects that at that point of time, I did not take the answer very well, and I was wondering, what can we do? We are young novice monks. We have to do a lot of meditation, a lot of practices, a lot of sacrifices, a lot of studies. Then only we'll know something. Maybe after that we can give something. But what is there for us to give? And thereafter he is reflecting now, after more than 20 years, 2 decades, that I realize every word of thought is we need to, if we want to, remove the sufferings of the world, we need to give unconditionally. I don't want anything. I don't need anything. And this, if you look at your mind is the best salesperson that you can have. It's always saying, smell that, eat that, buy that, shopping, wear that, clothe that, like that person, and dislike that person, and hate that person. Mind is all the time bombarding us. And the question is that how do we get out of that? We know it is not good. And the way to go about it is, as the ancient India, as Vivekananda talked about it, are the 4 very simple ways. 1 is to have intense love for God. And with that love for God, you put it at the feet of God, that whatever I have done, in case I have hurt someone, in case I have been rude to someone, in case I have been angry with someone, please, I put it in your feet, and you remove that impurities of mind from my mind. And Please heal those people who I may have hurt. And it would certainly help. That's love for God, Bhakti Yoga. And then is the power of the Jnana Yoga. Know it, that what is right, what is wrong. And understand the truth behind who we truly are and who the other people are. And this is the power of the waves and the waves of the ocean. Now when you look at it as a Jnana Yogi, you realize that each one of the waves are actually who we are. But all the waves, if you look at the waves, there are 10,000 waves in an ocean, as you can stand and see in any ocean. But when you look at it not as a wave, but you look at them as water, there's only one water. And that is one awareness. That means everyone is one. They may be with a different shape and form of the waves and bubbles and froths and tsunami waves and a big wave and a small wave. They're all different body, structure, name, gender, form. But when you look at it as them as the water, they're all one. All the gold ornaments have different shape and size and form and structure and price and the value. But when you look at them as gold, there is only one property, that's the gold. And that is Jnana Yoga. And then comes the Raja Yoga, practice through the meditation. So the yogis say, I want to meditate, I want to still my mind. Ashtanga Yoga, Ayama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayama, Pratyahara, Dharana, Dhyana, Sadhana, Samadhi. In that, I want to still my mind, I want to shut off the world, and I want to go into Samadhi. So what is the yogi doing? There is something called Amani Bhava, meaning become oneness with the world outside, oneness, in which the yogi says, if the TV disrupting, they say shut off the TV, switch off, pull out the plug. So the TV won't disturb you anymore. Shut off the world, then the world won't disturb you anymore. But the Jnana Yoga is saying, just know that it is only a TV and what it is showing is not true. It's just an apparent. And you can focus and concentrate on the screen itself without looking. You know that the screen is untouched by the film which is being played. You are Jnana Yogi. You are untouched by the samsara, by the people around, those good people and the bad people. And that's the time you attain the Amani Bhava through Jnana Yoga and through Bhakti Yoga and through Raja Yoga. And then comes, in case you find that you're getting disturbed by various things. And at that point of time, if you look at the world as a selfless working, which is what is the head of the monk was saying, just do selfless service. I don't want anything. Mine is the best salesperson. He's trying to sell the world to you. And if you look carefully, the senses, our senses, they go out and get the world to us. It is all going outwards and bringing that outside world into us. The senses have been created in such a way. Have you ever reflected on this way? It is not to go inside. The eyes don't go inside. The hearing don't go inside. It is all to go out and listen, touch, taste, smell, hear. It is all outwards. But when you learn to go inwards, is the time you attain that Amani Bhava. And that happens to the selfless service. Anytime you feel you're down, you're depressed, go into an act of kindness, act of love, without expecting anything. I don't want anything. And your mind will say, I want this, I want that iPhone, I want that the latest version of the AI, artificial intelligence, I want that house, I want that car, I want these clothes, I want to eat that, I want to taste that, I want to drink that. And you should know that who you are by the Jnana Yoga, and you say, I don't want it. Mind will try to play trick with you and will say, I want Vedanta. I want to study Mandakya Upanishad Arika by Shankaracharya. know that as a Vedantist, Advaita Vedantist, one alone is the truth, and in which you tell the mind, I don't want that too. Because where I want to go, the mind cannot take me there. I have to go beyond the mind. And in which you don't get stuck with what the movie what is playing, which is the samsara, and which comes in the moment you put your name, Robbin Ghosh. I'm separate from everybody. But that is Dvaita, that is Vishishta Dvaita, and that is Sankhya. But what is Advaita? Advaita is one alone is the truth. It's the only one. So you don't have to pull out the plug. You can meditate on it. Let's say you're in a flight and a baby is crying. Everybody's disturbed and looking at the baby and must be saying, why can't mother take care? Why can't the baby be kept quiet? But you can focus on that awareness, that consciousness, which is making you hear that tear. You're not concentrating on the sound. You're not concentrating on the crying. You're concentrating on the power which makes the ear hear that. Are you with me? The consciousness. Swami Vivekananda calls it the open secret. Open, why open? Because it is always there. And everybody's using for everything. Just see. The fact that I'm looking at you and you're looking at me, I'm looking at it through the lenses, you're looking at it through the screen, is how? Because a light has to fall upon me, and the light has to go and reflect into the retina or through the lenses onto the screen, which in turn has to create an image into the cornea. There has to be light, there has to be eye open. If you're sleeping, if you're unconscious, you cannot see me. So your eye has to be operative. This is the openness. But can you see me if you're unconscious or if you're in coma? No. The secret, what is open? Secret. The secret is, it is absolutely available. You cannot do anything. You cannot sleep, eat, learn, dance, whatever. You cannot do without you being conscious, but you are unaware of it. You're unconscious of that consciousness. And this suffering which comes in because we are unaware of who we truly are. So Paramahamsa Ramakrishna gives the beautiful story, and he says in the villages of Bengal, you will find that they call it pukur. Pukur is a pond, and the pond has got hyacinth. It's a kind of a, you must have seen it in being in Pune, you will see in Mullamutta river sometime. It's covered with green scum, and you cannot see the water. It is so thickly covered by this hyacinth over there. And they call it pana in Bengali. And pukur is the pond, and pana is that plant. But if you just remove it with your hand, you remove it, you can drink that water. It's as good as pure. And they drink it. They take that water from there, they take it their home, and they use it for drinking. Now, what Paramahamsa Ramakrishna says, if you leave what you have removed, the pana, to see the water, if you leave it, that hyacinth comes dancing back and covers up the scum again. So you may have attained a certain status and you're feeling good and you're feeling calm and peaceful and joyful and happy, but it is suddenly going to be covered if you do not continue with your practices. So hold on to all four yogas. The basic essence of today is this Amani Bhava, is to get that calmness of knowing oneness. We are only one. And when you do that, you will find that the world that appears to you, it's only an appearance. Now you connect quantum physics, quantum manifestation, which, what are the, remember the Nobel laureates, Alan Aspect, John Zellinger, Anton, is saying what? This world is not real. And to see the world, to witness this world, to witness the world, you have to see it, you have to observe it. If you don't observe, the world vanishes. Now, look at it carefully. I was reflecting it. This manifestation in which they give, if you observe the waves, which is the waves of the energy, it crystallizes. So your thoughts are so important that if you think about something, you work towards it with purity, not telling lies, being kind and good to others, not finding fault with people. It's just purity. That's one. Not finding fault with people, always telling the truth and being kind and caring with the people. Purity. Second is have faith in yourself. Who's that yourself? Is that quantum manifestation, which is the whole universe, is permeating with it and within you and outside everybody. And the third is action plan. In this action plan, we think we have to go out and do something. When I go out and do something, then only I will get it. But quantum manifestation is saying, if you try to do something, it doesn't happen. And that is why most people miss getting what they want. What do you have to do? You have to believe in it yourself. It is not to go to get it, but it's to become it. Like, give you a simple example. Wright brothers, they thought about flying, they visualized flying, they dreamt about flying, and they kept working at it. Purity, action, and they flew. Today you and I fly like a piece of cake. You can fly 12 to 24 hours, 12 to 15 hours, run non-stop to Australia today. And the first aircraft flew was only for 12 seconds. In 1903, 17th of December, Wright brothers, Wilbur and Orville Wright. So you have to visualize it. What is Advaita Vedanta saying? Just the same thing. That consciousness is Ishvara, is God, is your awareness, is you. It's within you. It's not, you are not the body. But we are so strongly aligned with our senses, with our body, with our mind. That mind is selling the world to us. And we have been taken away from the truth which is within us. This is what is Ramana Maharshi is asking, who am I? This is the journey that you and I have taken. And when you do this, that Amani Bhava comes in. It will come in. That world which is apparently suffering, it doesn't mean that the suffering will go away. Our financial situation will just vanish just because your hand is broken, it will heal immediately. No. But you will suddenly realize that you are not that body, not the situation. And something happens to you. Wonderful calmness comes in. And that monk, when he said, haven't you come to give something? He says, whatever you wanted, all of you said something, I wanted this and wanted that. You will get everything when you start with these 4 yoga. I am here to give something. I don't want anything. I don't even want Vedanta Upanishads. I don't want this taste and that smell and that people and that relationship. And I'm here to serve them. Karma Yoga. And I'm here to love the supreme universe, my mother Kali or God or Allah or Christ. I love with selfless love and I want to serve. And I need to know that it is not the picture, but it's the screen. And without the screen, you can't have a picture. Can the TV have a picture? Can the picture all have a picture if the white screen is not there? So it is not there. So a beautiful story, a simple story for us to understand this essence. A father came from town, son and the family lived in the nearby villages, and came and talking to son about pictures, and son said, I want to see, I've never seen a picture. The father said, okay, I will take you tomorrow. And next day he takes him to the nearest town close by, and there's a picture hall, and he takes him to the picture. He had spoken to the son, there's a white screen, when you go in there, light will come from at the back and it will fall on and create a picture there and you will see. It just so happened in Mahabharata was running. So father said it's a nice education, son will learn and he will also see a picture. And it just so happened they reached late. So when they walked in, the white screen wasn't there, already picture was running. And son is naturally enamored, absolutely transfixed and hypnotized. And he saw that after a while. Hey dad. Dad said, yeah, what? Where is the screen? So dad said, there in front of you. He said, which one? That one with the chariot? Where he said, no, 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 behind that. He said, behind that is Krishna standing behind Arjuna. He said, no, 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 behind that. He said, behind that meaning those soldiers which are standing, Kaurava, Pandavas, huge soldiers. No, 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 behind that. How is father going to explain? So what is the way? Pull out the plug as per the yogi's method. Meaning, when there is a half time, when the white screen comes back again. Now, father, if he shows him the screen, he will realize this is the white screen. So, that screen and this, the play which is happening, he realizes it that way. When you make your mind that Amani Bhava, then you certainly realize that you and I and all of us are meeting each other today because there is a specific purpose. And nothing is happening without any cause. This universe, this unified field can manifest anything. That consciousness is called Ishvara. Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahman. Taittiriya Upanishad. Is Brahman, is God. That consciousness, Chaitanya. This is what it means by saying Aham Brahmasmi. Shvetaketu is being told by Angiraj, his father, Shvetaketu Tat Tvam Asi, you are that. 9 times in he goes ahead and gives the example. What does that mean? You are that. And you and I, our journey is to realize that, spread this word and make this world a beautiful place by creating special people effect. And also, automatically you will enjoy all those things that you were wanting to. You will attain it, but not by working hard, but becoming it. Not going out to get it. This is what we have been taught, that you have to go out and get it. That's the Western education. Ancient India is saying, it is with you, it is right now. What is it that you have to do? There is nothing to do. There's a famous devotee asked me a few years ago while we were having a Sunday session. All right, it sounds very nice. What do I have to do? No, we don't have to do anything. We have to just become it. Through the practices, through the 4 yoga practices, reflect upon it, and let's have a wonderful Sunday ahead. Jai Guru.